Hello, and welcome to your first of many e-learning days this quarter four during the spring 2020 semester. First, I just want to help you ease into this extended e-learning time by going through how to access the e-learning for my classes. The expectations that we have for you for this e-learning is that you keep up at least every couple of e-learning days since we won't be coming back to school very soon. You won't have that resource room time or study hall time or even class time to catch up. So making sure that you're not saving everything up until suddenly it's all due is going to be a good idea. Most students can expect phone calls throughout this time from teachers and administrators because we have been asked to make sure that you guys are all doing okay, and if there is anyone not participating in the e-learning, we're definitely going to be reaching out to you. So hopefully if you're watching this means that you're going to be keeping up with your e-learning. Also, if you are unable to do work during this time, maybe you don't have access to internet or you have an issue with your device, reach out to me or to any of your other teachers or administrators to let them know, because there are plans in place to make sure that you can access what you need to access. If by chance you didn't have access to internet to contact one of your teachers or myself and you needed something, please feel free to use this Google Voice number to call or text me directly, and I'll see what I can do to help. And then lastly, your attendance is going to be taken through a Google form, and if you do it smart, you only have to do it once, and I'll look more closely at that Google form with you in just a few minutes. So first, let me show you where it is that you can find your e-learning assignments. The easiest thing is to look in your email for an email from me. On my screen it says me because I sent it to myself, but for you it'll say Andrea Miller. So when you click on that email, it tells you two steps. One, click on the form for your extended e-learning attendance, which is what I was just telling you about a moment ago. You can select all of the dates to be counted present for e-learning at once. So if you fill this out with your name and then choose your class or classes that you have with me, and then finally select all of the dates, you're going to be done unless by some crazy chance we have to extend this e-learning time beyond April the 3rd. So once you hit submit, you are done from now until April 3rd with any e-learning attendance, and you'll be counted present for my classes. All right, so let's leave this form and go back to the email. So once you fill out that attendance form, then you need to click on your class for all of your e-learning will be at the link that's included in this email. So you're not going to get a ton of emails from me. This is going to be the email that you come back to every single time, because once you click on your class, you will find a Google Sheet. And each day this Google Sheet will be updated. So it says quarter four e-learning for intro/manufacturing 2020. Click on the activity for each date to view the e-learning lesson, and the newest lesson will be placed at the top. So everything will be here in this document each day. All right, the next way that you can find your e-learning lessons is by going to the all WCHS, WACC slides. You maybe have seen this slide before. Every single teacher in the entire school is listed here. I am way down on slide 131. And this is going to look the same every single day, just like that Google Sheet that I just showed you. This is going to be the same. If you click on the form, fill it out once, and then click on your class, you'll be able to come back and find this same list that shows you every single day and every single activity that we are expecting you to complete. A third way to find your e-learning lessons is in Google Drive. If you go to Shared with Me and search my name, it should pop up any documents that I've shared with you. Also, any lessons should come up if you search my name in Shared with Me. You can also find the e-learning teacher slides, in your Google Drive if you simply search for e-learning day slides and click on it. I know it's going to look a little bit different on your iPad, but it should be similar enough and you should be familiar enough with Google Drive that I think you'll do just fine finding these things. All right, so you've got email, You have the eLearning teacher slides, you have Google Drive, and you also now have with me Google Classroom. So if you have ever used Google Classroom with any of your other teachers, it's a little bit similar to Canvas, whereas I will be posting any announcements that you need here. And then under the classwork tab, you'll also see all of your assignments. So the same assignments that are going to be in this Google Sheet will also be listed in your classwork list. I have not posted anything yet because I will do that for tomorrow morning. You'll see it here. Before you're able to access this page though, you'll need to make sure you accept the invite that you'll be receiving in the morning through your email. The announcement that's already posted for you is actually listing all 4 of these options for accessing your e-learning lessons from me. So you can see here, you can access it through Google Drive, your e-learning day slides, your email, and then lastly, our new Google Classroom page. And then linked down here at the bottom is the teacher slides that we already looked at. So you should be good to go. All right, let's go ahead and look at what this first activity looks like. If you've done my e-learning lessons before earlier in Q3, you should be pretty familiar how I set them up. So if you click on the link of the activity in your class's Google Sheet, today it's taking you to a Google Doc and it tells you step-by-step things that you need to complete. So you've got today's date and your class. Make sure that those are all accurate. If I were to link the wrong thing, please let me know. And then, so your first step is going to be to watch the video that is going to be linked where it says click here. 2, make sure that you join the Google Classroom as I've already described here. And then you're going to find the invitation by checking your email. And then lastly, there's a Google form that I'd like you to fill out for this first e-learning activity. It will be worth participation points. And then finally, I'm just asking you to remember that if you have not checked in for attendance, that you can again click here and it'll take you back to that same attendance list Google form that I had showed you earlier in this video. So this is not the video that you'll be watching for today, but there's an example of how it will link to a video. And then lastly, there's a Google form here. This Google form is not really about our transportation or manufacturing classes. It's more about just making sure that you're set up and ready to go for e-learning for the next 3 weeks. So if you would go through and fill this form out and hit submit, you will be done. Easy points, and your first day of e-learning for me is hopefully a treat. All right, so last thing, I would love for you to meet my 2 dogs, Maggie and Albert. They are 2 wild beasts. Hello, Maggie. Maggie, sit. Show me. Good girl. Show me.